My name is Dr. Marwa Eltanahy, and I work as a faculty member in higher colleges of technology. I have more than 15 years experience in the educational field in a diverse range of functions and positions, from teaching to coordination, working in accreditation, and training teachers, in addition to researching and reviewing in academia. I graduated from Faculty of Science, Chemistry and Botany major, and I have a postgraduate diploma in bacteriology. I completed my master's degree in science education and a PhD in management and leadership from the Bridge University in Dubai. I started my career journey as a science teacher, and I taught many grades in both basic education and higher education. And I was always interested in STEM applications. That's why STEM was the topic of my thesis. Prior to working in Faculty of Education, I was working as a head of academic in a private school, and I was responsible for setting and advancing the academic strategies applied in line with UAE vision and framework. That's why I expanded the capacity of teacher leadership in the school through modeling a culture of excellence, coordination, and respect within and beyond departments. This allowed teachers to collaborate and work together and pay attention to the alignment between subjects. Training academic leaders and teachers to apply research-based instruction is an integral part of my job. To enhance STEM implementation in schools, I developed and published a new model in education, which is Entrepreneurial STEM Model, or eSTEM model. This model aims to incorporate entrepreneurial practices into STEM education and to enhance students' entrepreneurial competencies in high school. My long experience in schools impacted my practice in higher education because it provided me with the competencies needed to launch teachers in the direction of implementing new and modern trends in education like visible learning approach, and to give enough focus to integrated curricula in general and STEM education in particular to enhance students' critical thinking, problem solving, and entrepreneurial competencies. My mantra is, we can't change all the students to become learning-oriented in one class, but we can provide them with meaningful learning opportunities each class. This is how I see STEM education. For me, STEM is an ongoing process of construction. It requires a development-oriented approach to enhance the students' understanding through consistent practice over an extended period. The more students go forward in the learning, the more knowledge will be constructed, skills will be developed, and attitude to learning will be improved as well. STEM context is very dynamic. That's why it requires constructive teaching and learning strategies like project-based learning and problem-based learning. I personally prefer to combine these two approaches and work on project-based problem solving in an experiential learning environment because it doubles the benefits and students' outcomes. Real-world problems are inherently interdisciplinary or multidisciplinary. So if you try to address a problem in your life or to answer a question, unconsciously you will call information from different subjects. This is how STEM works in the classroom. It removes the barriers between STEM disciplines, and instead, it focuses on innovation and applied process of designing solutions for complex problems through using the current and available tools and technologies. I highly believe in team teaching model for successful STEM implementation. This model requires a great deal of coordination and collaboration among teachers who teach the same class. This could happen through theme-based STEM practices. I train teachers in 2 different schools to apply this type of practice, theme-based STEM practices, and results were very promising. Entrepreneurial learning can transform innovative ideas into developed products. This will help high school students to become more aware of future career opportunities by focusing on adding values to their STEM designs or go further to create business startup.
Transforming STEM designs into values to the community is the core of this incorporation. Those created values can be financial, social, culture, or anything that add value to the community. Several competencies associated with entrepreneurial behavior share resemblance with competencies developed and acquired in STEM classrooms. So when it comes to enhancing students' competencies, we can say that entrepreneurial context and STEM context share some common goals because both aim to enhance students' critical thinking, problem solving, and creativity. While infusing entrepreneurial practices into STEM education will develop different competencies because the students would be encouraged to think about the needs of their designs, the functionality of their products, and how to become competitive in the market. They will also think about how to design creative products with high quality and less cost. And one day, they will think about who want to take the risk and start a new business. STEM students are inventors, while entrepreneurs can translate innovation into services or economic impacts. Entrepreneurial learning will add the concept of value creation to STEM learners. Practicing entrepreneurial competencies in a STEM classroom becomes essential to increase students' awareness of developing a purpose by turning their attention to the needs of their designs instead of just losing them. STEM objectives will be shifted from broadly educative goals to more concrete purposes. This will help STEM students to become more committed to the design process and lifelong practices in general. More importantly, they will understand the concept of self-improvement.
STEM field is too broad, and we can't say how much leeway we should be innovative and forward thinkers. Integrating knowledge and practice from different disciplines has no end point or stereotypical form. It can be STEM, STEAM, STREAM, eSTEM, and the list is endless. In general, integrated curriculum is challenging for teachers and they might subscribe it in the abstract with no real tendency to apply it in practice. To integrate entrepreneurial practices into STEM education, I developed a strategic plan to support the implementation process. Briefly, the first important step is to determine students' abilities and form collaborative groups to support each other. Different abilities in each group can maximize the students' potential. Then teachers should guide the students to brainstorm their ideas, analyze data, and choose to design the most useful eSTEM design that add value to the market. Another interesting step is creating a business plan to deliver a student's outcome or student's designs to the market. This could be through exhibitions, competitions, and festivals. This requires having insights into the market and understanding its needs. Currently, we can see that almost all teachers are called to participate and contribute to STEM learning. As the schools move towards adapting and implementing STEM philosophy, it's necessary to decide if one teacher integrates all the STEM disciplines in the classroom with all the constraints associated with each discipline, or STEM teachers are disciplinary teachers, one for each subject, who can collaborate and work together in harmony to develop and implement STEM-focused curriculum. Majority of the schools have different teachers for different subjects. As a start, it's reasonable to develop interaction and connections between STEM disciplines by fostering cross-curricular links in a context where the identity and integrity of each subject remains respected. Step by step, levels of integration will be enhanced. But we should be careful because this cannot happen in the absence of teachers' collaboration or student-centered environment.
Although entrepreneurial practices in STEM education may not be as well integrated or incorporated as they could be, the existence of many of the key entrepreneurial competencies arise in STEM research every day. While STEM practices give more focus to cognitive innovative abilities and skills like critical thinking and problem solving, some other STEM skills students develop in STEM classrooms have proven their values for all entrepreneurs. For example, collaboration and teamwork. Collaboration between students brings students closer to identify problems, find solutions, and make reasonable decisions. Collaboration between team members makes the group stronger and more productive. Another STEM ability is planning ability. This is a cognitive competency, refers to students' ability to structure a task and think ahead to reduce the expected risks. This ability is not exclusively related to solve STEM problems in a learning inquiry class, but also to establish a causal link towards starting a new business. Successful planning allows students to organize, analyze, evaluate, and make judgments regarding the strengths and weaknesses of their projects. We can also say that persuasiveness and resilience are important non-cognitive competencies that students develop in STEM classrooms. These competencies refer to students' ability to convince others, to accept their desired way of thinking, and to face the challenges with an open mind. In STEM classrooms, students appreciate their mistakes and they consider them learning opportunities, and they learn not to give up. They also prepare presentations to showcase their STEM projects and to discuss and describe their obtained results in an effective, persuasive argument. All these skills make STEM students eligible and ready to participate in entrepreneurial practices and to develop entrepreneurial mindset. Thank you for listening to my thoughts. I hope you find this useful.